So I'm loading Shovel Fight. As you may notice, this isn't the traditional intro for Sloth and Money. We're done with that gimmick. We've moved on in our lives. It's now season 2, episode 3, and we've moved on to bigger and better things. And by that I mean we're using even lower tech than before.
Shh, don't tell them that. In their minds, we're actually in studio now, and we actually have high-grade equipment.
Yeah, we have one microphone. It's a USB microphone from some kind of Konami game, and a laptop.
In our defense, the other microphone exploded because we were just putting out so good of a material, and the quality
you're
was
fucking
exceptional.
it's fine.
I'm not covering up the fact
you're not
that
doing it yet.
I tried.
So, what are we talking about today? It's been a long time. I heard an echo because I've got my squat rack behind me. Because,
Let's talk about the squat rack.
Okay, I used the squat rack last week. I felt like I was going to die. It'll probably be a while.
Let's start from the beginning of why you got a squat rack and how things are changing in your life and how
We already covered this on several shows, though.
That was a long time ago. This is season 2, which is a long time past season 1. Season 1 was recorded in my life. It feels like it's 5 years ago. And this is season 2, episode 3. But asterisks because it's actually episode 4. But what people don't know is I did a solo show where I was on the verge of killing myself almost, because that's how I felt. So let's just pretend this is episode 3. But since we've last recorded, so much has changed in your life, and I am proud of you. You're dropping weight, you're eating right, and you're doing good things to your body.
It's the exact same thing as last summer.
But it started earlier this year. And you went out and you did yourself a favor, and you went out and you procured yourself a squat rack because you're going to get big and you're going to put on mass and you're going to drop fat. So I want you to tell everybody all about the squat rack.
I bought a squat rack.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
So let's move on to other things. No, the squat rack, please tell them.
It's a rack. You put weight on it and then you squat it. It's about a $1,000 squat rack with 475 pounds of weight. I got it from a guy in a local city. He brought it here for $475. That's $1 per pound, not even counting the Olympic bar, etc. And we are going to eat big and get big.
How much are you weighing right now?
209.
Because
with all the food in me, like 215 right now.
You've lost. Your highest was what?
298.
298. My God.
Yeah, 298.
And in the last month, you've dropped like 15 pounds almost.
Last 2 months, it was 27 pounds or something like that.
Oh my God.
What?
I'm just happy for you.
It's okay.
You're remotivating me. And which brings me to my next topic. Everyone remembers those Livestrong bracelets that steroid one ball having asshole had, and I had to promote these fucking things because I worked at Radio Shack and we had the partnership with Livestrong, as I feel all the mosquito bites on my leg. But what Sloth went out and did was he bought me something, and he's been telling me about it for weeks. And I've been so tired after coming home from work and so sick after being under the weather. But he bought me something, and I finally got the chance to get it today. And it's a collection of gifts. It's the Livestrong bracelet, except it doesn't say Livestrong because fuck that guy, right? But what it does say, my middle name is Leonard, which translates to lion. What he did was on one side of the bracelet, it says Lion Strong, like it would say Live Strong, but again, fuck that guy, that one nut having asshole. It says Live Strong, psych, as I fucked up. No, for real, it says Lion Strong on one side, and on the other side, it has one of my favorite wrestlers currently, his slogan, #heel, that's right. On the other side, it says Dolph Ziggler's catchphrase, #heel, and the other side, it says Lion Strong. He has like 5 different ones, and one is Hulk Hogan red and yellow color.
They're all coordinated for all the different things he runs in, so I figured that would help, You got the red, white, and blue one for your Captain America. You got the red and black one for everything that you normally wear, because, red and black, you look
Still
like you're dying
colors.
from the mosquito
It's just
bites
a mosquito itches, or it could be fucking leprosy, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We're here and we're recording, and what does matter is that I have something else exciting to announce, that we have a new partnership.
A new
partnership with Rob Kaufman. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new partnership, and he is starting his own streaming radio network, and he's going to feature our old content, but more importantly, he's going to be featuring our new content, and he will have us streaming. I'm not sure, we got to work out specifics, but he's going to, I think, having us playing weekdays, and I'm considering doing a spinoff with my Italian fiance, who's insane, and we could maybe get a weekend slot, but more importantly, Sloth and Money, S&M Radio will have a weekday slot on Rob's new network. I'm not sure of the actual name, but what I will do is on the upload on YouTube to this, I will put the link.
The link.
I will put the Zelda link. The Ocarina. What's your favorite Zelda?
What? What's my favorite Zelda game?
Yeah.
Or which is my favorite Zelda?
Explain the fact that there's different Zeldas, because that still throws me.
Well, I mean, what happens is here's the best way to explain it. It's a different like timeline for each of the games. Like all the games look like they have the same characters, but they're all actually different characters. He's drinking, trying to.
I'm not drinking anything. What I was doing was I was trying to play that.
Let me be Mike. Hold on.
I was playing the Ocarina. But that's really, it threw me for a loop when you told me that. Like, I've never played a Zelda game other than
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, yeah, and the one that had a gold cartridge on 64.
That would be the best. Well,
Was
yeah,
that
that's the best
Ocarina?
one. That's Ocarina of Time.
Right. I don't know.
Majora's Mask might have had a gold cartridge. I don't remember.
I don't even know. I have a story about how I procured that.
Yeah, at a
Second
yard
time I
sale,
said
right?
procured. It wasn't even at a yard sale. What I did was this is where I live up to the hashtag heel, because I'm an asshole. I'm a nice guy at times, but I can be an asshole, and this is one of those times. I was a little bit younger, and I wasn't as nice of a person as I am right now. But what I did was I borrowed the Zelda game from my upstairs neighbor, and then I thought, hey, I'm done playing this. I'm going to make money off of this. I tried to sell my neighbor's game in a yard sale. I didn't think it would be a bad idea at all. So then later on, she actually drove past the yard sale, saw that I was selling her game, and took her game back. Needless to say, we weren't friends for much longer after that. But,
What's new?
you know, I usually burn bridges, and I blow bridges up, actually.
You blow them right the fuck up.
People usually like me for a long time, and then they
Bring
hate me.
down the house.
Just hate me immediately.
Boo on you.
It's probably not as bad as I make it sound, but
I don't know. Sometimes it is.
I mean, due to my body dysmorphia and the other ways that I view
Oh,
myself,
body dysmorphia. Okay.
my self-image is pretty lacking.
You're doing good, bro.
People say that. I've been told recently that I'm skinny, but I don't feel skinny. And if I am, I want to think that I'm skinny
You are,
fat.
though.
I'm skinny fat.
Well, you are skinny fat, but
I'm weighing in at, last time I weighed myself was 184. They weighed me in at GNC, and I was 184. And
that was with clothes on and everything.
with clothes on, sure. But according to that was after I ate White Castle, so I'm sure that weekend I actually.
I'm telling you,
gained
bro,
weight.
you're doing great. You're moving right along.
I want to lose at least 15 pounds and try and.
And then you should bulk up.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
need to
try.
get big.
I'm
You
gonna
need
try
to
and get big.
Oh my god. Oh god. Sorry, we had beef sticks.
Yeah, we did. We had
Yeah,
some
we shared
Slim
beef.
Jims.
Oh god damn it! Don't smell anything.
So we went to me and the fiance. We went to New Jersey for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and that was a fun show. But while we were on the way driving there, we took a wrong turn because the Jersey Turnpike is the fucking worst thing ever. I used to live in New Jersey for 15 years, but I didn't live there while I was actually driving. And let me tell you, the Turnpike is a ball of fucking faggots. It's the fucking worst. Between New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania, there's tolls everywhere. Like they're fucking just trying to rape you of every goddamn cent you have. And I'm not gonna get an easy pass because we don't need them here in Virginia. So,
I mean, you can get them here in Virginia because
And now-
we have a bridge.
and now there's a bridge with
yeah.
tolls. But we got lost and we stopped at some Spanish gas station. I said that with such disdain. Like I don't have anything against Spanish people.
Like you start pumping the gas.
And yeah, in New Jersey, they gotta pump the big ass for you because they just expect everyone's so fucking lazy. But I have disdain for it because it was one of the worst gas stations I ever been to. We walked in, and we walked in behind some like a crackhead chick who was like wearing a bikini and these short shorts, and it was warm, but it wasn't hot enough for that. So obviously everyone's staring at her because she looks like she had track marks running up and down her arms, like she was fucking going in to get something for her pimp or something. So I try to go to the bathroom. And there's a little Spanish kid, and like some older Spanish guy standing at the door, and I'm like, I don't want any part of this shit. I just want to go piss. So I just ignore them. I start walking to the bathroom, and the Spanish guy puts his hand up and stops me. And I'm like, oh great. And I go, well, what's wrong? And he goes, blah 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 in Spanish. And I'm like, oh, okay. Only one person can go in the bathroom? And he goes, blah, 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 blah. And he's shaking his head, yeah, like only one person can go in the bathroom. So I was like, fuck this. I'll wait. I even said that. I was like, you know what? Screw this shit. I'll wait. They didn't understand what I said. I walked away. I went to leave, but then I asked the attendant, the cashier, I said, you know, how many people can go in the men's bathroom? And he looked down at his hands and he goes, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. I said, okay, hold this, and I went in the bathroom, took a piss. But while I was in there, it smelled like a funeral. It smelled like a body had been decomposing in there for like 8,000 years, but all you could hear in the background was. And I looked under this fucking stall and I saw the feet of the Spanish guy who wanted the bathroom to himself so he could shit in private. Unfucking real.
Dude, that's awesome.
It was so foul and putrid. And then we left.
I'm
and
glad you had a good trip.
other than that, it was great. But while we were leaving, there was Spanish women, and Fee can speak some Spanish because she speaks Italian, and she said
That's
that,
basically the same language, right?
nearly, and she said that the women were saying that they couldn't use the bathroom because it smelled so bad. That's how the trip started.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you go to Mexican gas stations.
Other than that, it was fucking brilliant. It was a great trip.
You missed the WLC.
I missed the WLC match.
Yes, and you said it's a good trip, but you missed the WLC.
Don't remind me. We did go to Carlo's Bakery, the Cake Boss's Bakery in New
Oh,
Jersey.
boy.
No, fuck that.
I've never had a cannoli.
The look on my face.
I know, you were so exasperated to hear that. I've never had a cannoli, people. I'm sorry. My people are from the frosty north. We don't eat things like that.
we still have
We eat disgusting shit.
we have cannoli mix in the freezer that's gonna last us a lifetime, and we still have hard shells. I can make you one.
No.
But the Cake Boss's Bakery was entirely overrated. Get this shit right. It's in Hoboken, New Jersey. So if you are a Hoboken, New Jersey resident, you can skip the line. You just walk in and go, "Yes, sir, I am a Hoboken resident." And they go, "Oh!" They throw up their fucking hands and they throw everything in the air and they go, "Hoboken resident, Hoboken resident, everyone, scoot aside, please, resident."
I know that had to hurt.
A little bit. And what they do is they scoot the person to the front of the line. But if you're like us, and you're a quote-unquote tourist, even though I lived 15 of my fucking years in New Jersey, and Fee lived 21 of her own fucking years 40 minutes away at fucking New York, then you have to wait in line. So we waited in line for 40 minutes, and then Hoboken people just came and said, "Yes, haha, I'm from Hoboken, I'd like a cheesecake, and I like a brownie, please." Meanwhile, we're standing in line with the melting pot of filthy smelling people. There was this one guy in front of me, he was from Italy, he had his backpack on, and he didn't have any courtesy, so his backpack is like fucking hitting me in the face. Then behind us, there's this fucking teeny bopper jailbait bitch who's like from Sweden or something, and she's like falling out of her top and stuff like that, and her mom's behind her with a fucking mustache, and we have to wait with these fucking ingrates. But instead, people from Hoboken right to the front of the line. So what I say to you, Carlo, or you fucking cake boss motherfucker, you need to change your fucking deal. You open up another store in Morristown, New Jersey, and I'll tell you right now, if I go back to there, I go to the Morristown, New Jersey store, and I find that I have to wait in line, I'm gonna fucking burn the shit to the fucking ground. Because I was born in Morristown, New Jersey. I don't need to prove that I'm from Morristown, New Jersey. My birthright is given to me. I was born there. I was conceived somewhere in New Jersey, but I came out of my mom's fucking thing in Morristown. So if I don't get to go to the front of the line, I'll never eat at your establishment again. And yeah, so what? I bought one of your shirts. So what? I bought one of your shirts. You know what I'm gonna do to it? I'm gonna wipe my ass with it, and I'm gonna use it as a spunk rag. So that's what I think of Carlo's Bakery, the Cake Boss. Fuck you, buddy. Buddy Velastro.
Haven't you seen like every season of Cake Boss?
It's
Every
my favorite
episode?
show. Yeah, it's a really good show, and I mean,
That is. I mean, they do have a lot of they're close knit family, and
I've never seen one show.
Oh.
I've never seen.
I've never seen it.
And I will.
Brittany's watched my fiance.
She likes
every
it?
every yeah.
And
Because she wanted to make cakes.
that's true.
You know.
Lucy does that now too. Fee's sister.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
They're good cakes. But in all honesty, the food actually was overrated. And if you've ever been to Cheesecake Factory is way better.
Blows it out of the water.
Blows it out of the water. So, Buddy Velastro, eat my nuts.
Well, I'm glad you shared that with us.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're holding up the show today.
There's even more. Oh, I'm in fucking rare form. I'm
good.
sorry.
Because I am not.
Oh, let me tell you. So then we waited 40 minutes.
He just vomited out of his lungs. He just vomited just this fucking white shit out of his lungs.
It was real phlegm. If you think that was fake, it's not. I've been sick over the last month, and like I've been spitting phlegm and coughing shit up.
I think it's called AIDS.
It is. And my fiance, she was asking me, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, "No, this is legitimate." We were in the movie theaters the other night, and I cough like that, and I sound like I'm dying. But I just shot
And
phlegm.
you tell him about how you have this laugh now.
I have this old man laugh. If I laugh, it'll come out. If I laugh about something, I'll go, and then I got like, that's real. That's real phlegm. So I'm dying. But
His eyes are watering.
I am. But I even have a cherry on top because Buddy Velastro, you're still a faggot. Well, another thing I need to tell you is that we waited in line for 40 minutes or whatever the fuck. And I thought I was getting cheesecake. I was listening to the little bitch around the thing. She's like telling to the guy. He's like, "What's that in there?" He's like, "Oh, I like that. What's that?" And she's like, "Oh, that's a triple chocolate mousse. Oh, and that's our cheesecake, and that's our cheesecake. Blah 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 cheesecake." So I'm like, "Oh, triple chocolate cheesecake," because I figured that if you have triple chocolate and then everything else is cheesecake, that's gotta be a triple chocolate cheesecake. So I get that and I get a brownie. The brownie was ass, but I was eating this shit on the drive back, on our 6.5 hour drive back. And I have Fee start scooping me up the what I thought was cheesecake. So this made the thing even worse. I'm like, "Oh yeah, feed me what I got." And she gives it to me, and I wanted to spit it out. And I was like, "What is this? This is gross. The Cheesecake Factory's better." And she's like, "Well, it's not cheesecake. It's mousse." Who the fuck puts triple chocolate mousse next to cheesecake?
Well, they have to have temperature requirements. That's why. I know you can
Don't-
stare me down if you want. I'm just telling you.
Oh. So, Buddy Velastro, Carlo's Bakery, I wipe my ass with your establishment. And when I go to the Morristown location, and I will, I hope you're there, but I know you won't be there because apparently you never go to these places. I'm coming for you, buddy. Literally.
That seems like a pretty big threat.
I'm gonna shake his hand.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're coming for him to shake his hand.
Coming for you, nigga.
All right.
Buddy Velastro, we take the cheesecake, and after we take the triple chocolate mousse, Buddy Velastro, we're coming for you, nigga. Oh.
Grabs his head.
So, what have you been up to? Sorry, I'm hijacking the show.
No, I mean it's good. We need somebody to hold the show up because I have no energy today.
Piss
because I'm
and
starving.
vinegar today. That's what you're getting from me.
No fucking kidding. You don't say.
On a scale of 1 to 10 right now, I'm at about a 6 hype.
6. I think you're about like an 8.
I'm shaking.
I mean you're jostling about and you've got all these bites. Oh, what have I been up to? I've been actually going off my diet for the last week. I ate at Taco Bell 3 times. I ate at a buffet once to go though, so it wasn't actually eating it.
Can I tell you something?
What?
You know how guilty I felt when I was in New Jersey and this whole week since I've been back, and I've been eating like a fucking pig, like a fresh newborn pig just put up to the trough, and they're like, "Eat up, son, you gotta get fat." And then I go to sleep crying, "Oh, I'm eating like a pig, and Victor Sloth is eating better, and here I am, I'm killing myself." And you've been eating what?
Last week I had Taco Bell 3 times.
I feel so much better.
I know you do, but I don't eat bullshit from Taco Bell. That's the
true.
difference.
You do eat proper when you eat out.
Yeah.
I've been eating poorly, and while I'm doing this, my motivation's like, Victor's getting big, and I'm getting fatter. That's how I eat, and I cry when I eat.
Well, that's why I got you the bracelets.
Thank you. You know, I had a salad every day for the last 2 weeks.
Oh boy, a salad.
For lunch. I love salad.
Oh boy, salad.
I love salad.
Okay. I had Olive Garden last week too. It was bought for me. I got the what is it? The chicken prosciutto or some shit like that. I don't even know what it is. Brazuki. I don't fucking know. I don't speak Italian.
When I went to Jersey, over that weekend, I had about 30 sliders.
Oh god damn.
And from White Castle, my home away from home. And I had a giant burrito, size of my head, from Chipotle. When we were at Chipotle, there's a Spanish guy. This is a reoccurring theme on this episode, just Spanish people. The guy, no, for real, Buddy Velastro, he's Spanish, isn't he? Or he's Italian?
Really?
I don't know. What is he?
Keep talking.
What the fuck is he? Then the guy at the gas station, and now this guy. The guy who could, get this right, my friend who's Colombian gave the guy a shit because he couldn't really speak English. Not to his face, because that would have been, mean. But later on. And then his wife chastised him for being mean to this guy. But I mean, I don't know if he can speak English, but what I will say is that he was nice enough, and he came over to us, and he said, the 4 of you, here's a thing. You eat
free food.
Free food.
Yeah.
So he gave the 4 of us a free thing for free food at Chipotle, which is really cool. So I love Chipotle. Chipotle, 2 thumbs up.
I've been to Chipotle once and I hated it.
You hated it?
I hated it. I hate it.
2 thumbs down?
Yeah, 2 thumbs. Actually, 3 thumbs down.
Why? What'd you get?
I think I got like chicken burritos with like sweet corn and like beef, and I just loaded them up, and I was like, wow, this isn't even good. But I had tacos. I didn't eat burritos. I need to go back because I really want some Chipotle now.
Get the barbacoa. It's like braised like
Get out of
pork
here.
beef deal.
I'm not doing that.
It's really good. Or get the steak. I don't like their
My
chicken.
religion doesn't let me eat pork.
Do tell. Because when have you converted? I've known you for a long time now, buddy.
Ham's actually some of the best protein-rich things you can eat. So if you don't eat ham, you're a fool, or you're just a religious zealot.
I had ham today. I also had a hot dog, so one of those.
I thought you were gonna say hot pocket.
Oh, I was living off lean pockets for a while there.
Hot pocket.
So, what else? What have you seen any good movies lately?
Absolutely. Actually, I have. I've watched movies. I saw The Golden Child the other night.
Get out with Eddie Murphy. You
Yes,
watched The Golden
yes, I
Child?
Did.
Oh,
yes, I did.
God.
Brittany fell asleep, and I stayed awake, and I watched The Golden Child. It was a very average movie. I loved it. I saw Gladiator for the first time in my life with Russell Crowe. It was amazing. But
How long is that?
2.5 hours, something like
Okay.
that. That's a really good movie. What else did I watch? We were going to watch Big Trouble in Little China, but we didn't.
So you're just going retro then?
Yeah.
All the movies you've been
Yeah,
watching.
yeah,
It's
retro.
not bad picks actually. I've never seen that movie. I wanted to watch Big Trouble in Little China. And they made another one too.
I think so, yeah, with the old guy in it. What other movies?
Kurt
did I-
Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. That's the one. We were going to watch Howl's Moving Castle, but then we didn't.
Isn't Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn the parents of? How could I remember those names, but I can't remember the other name?
Drake.
Ugh,
Yeah,
fuck
they're
Drake.
the parents of Drake.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. No, what is her name? It'll come to me.
Will it come to you, or will it come on?
I want to come on her. Anyways, though, no, because for a long time I had like this long-standing feud with this girl because she was in the Skeleton Key, and now I can't even remember her name. So I guess that feud's over. The movie The Skeleton Key, I did not like the movie. She ruined the movie for me, and her name's Kate Hudson. That is her name. Her name is Kate Hudson. The feud is renewed. Kate Hudson, you ruined The Skeleton Key for me. You ruined it. I liked that movie, and then I found out the ending, and then I never liked you ever again since that movie, Kate Hudson. You're decent looking, you're good on the eyes, your parents are pretty cool people, but I'll never fucking like you ever. We've had previous truces, but I'm calling you out, Kate Hudson. I'm calling you out. This Saturday, if you come to the Hampton Coliseum and you bring your people, I'll bring my people, Kate Hudson. And there's one thing that I can't stand. It's a no-good celebrity who's a freaking prima donna and thinks that she doesn't have to stand up and fight her own battles. You leave your people outside, I'll leave my people outside. Me and you, Kate Hudson, steel cage. I'm going to leave it all out there. Blood, sweat, and tears, Hudson. And if you have the balls to show up at the Hampton Coliseum this Saturday, I'm going to show you why you can't make it out alive.
I've never seen The Skeleton Key. Of course, there's bees coming in now because of your promo. Thanks a lot.
I just, sometimes,
Yeah, sometimes. Speaking of movies, I found out that Magic the Gathering will be having a movie series on the scale of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Are you excited? Because you're a
I have-
huge
I have-
Magic the Gathering
I have
fan.
bated breath for this because it's being directed by the guy who did X-Men. He didn't do justice for X-Men, and I'm pretty sure he's going to fuck up the whole...
The new one looks awesome.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the old
The
ones.
old ones, okay.
The old ones,
The old
yeah.
ones were so.
Yeah, exactly. He also had something to do with, what's that fucking game?
Comic Zone.
Shut up! It's a board game, not Comic Zone.
Jumanji.
Battleship. He did Battle. So now you understand why I have bated breath for this.
God.
However, it will be cool. I don't know where they're going to start from because if they start in Kamigawa, I'm just going to kill myself.
Krav Maga.
Kamigawa?
Batista,
was a plane.
Batista trains in Krav Maga.
Well, Batista should train in killing himself.
Batista's gonna be in the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
My fiance asked the other day, "Did you know Batista's going to be in a Marvel movie?" I was like, yes, that's why he won the Rumble, because they're trying to promote the movie.
This poor man, I kind of feel bad for him. At this point, he's aging. He looks like a giant, shaved dick because he's getting so old. He wears
A
skinny
giant orange dick.
Yeah, he still shops at H&M and wears the skinny jeans and the nut huggers and the t-shirts that are way too tight. But he looks like he's 80 years old. He's 45. So then he wins the Rumble and he expects to come back and he's gonna be a huge babyface and everyone's gonna love him. And he's slotted to win the title at Mania. And what do? They shit all over him. They call him Bootista. They hate him so fucking much that they change the entire main event of the show. They turn him heel and he still doesn't win the belt. The pay-per-view after, he gets pinned in the pay-per-view match. Then they want him to come back for next month and lose to Daniel Bryan, and he's like, no, I'm not doing it. I came back to be the main star and promote myself and Drax as Drax the Destroyer in the movie, and you're fucking shitting me. You're jobbing me out, and you're shitting on me. The poor guy. Bootista.
Fuck him. He's not even that good. He used to
for-
be
for
good.
what- he needs to hang it up, man.
Circa what? 2003.
The best that Batista ever was when he stopped giving a fuck in 2010, and he did the whole it's all about him, and he put the spotlight on him, and he was feuding with Cena. That was great. But
Was
that
it
poor
great?
man, it really was. Actually.
Was it as good as anything Wyatt's ever done? No? Okay, then.
Dude, remember the time that he beat up Ray and he said, "You're supposed to be my friend," and then he beat his ass?
I don't love you.
That was awesome. Yeah, because, oh, god damn.
I'm sorry, I love you. I'm not sorry, and I don't love you.
You were supposed to be my friend. Yeah. Oh. I recently saw Amazing Spider-Man 2, and that
Tell me
movie-
about this.
That movie was awesome. Like, I know a lot of people don't like this movie, and critics are saying there's an overabundance of characters and there's just too much going on. To which I say, fucking die. If you actually consider the fact how many characters are actually in the Marvel universe, there's so many of them. If you ever go to Walmart and you look through those posters, go find the one that has all the Marvel characters, and it's this entire like 4-foot collage of all the characters in the movie. There is, oh my god, you've actually got the poster right there.
Yeah.
And that poster right there, I'm looking at, that's not even the whole poster, there's over 100 characters right there. In the Spider-Man movie,
Talk about synchronicity.
for real, in the Spider-Man movie, there's maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 major characters, and that's just too much for me. I can't keep up with all the characters. I'm a movie critic,
I've got
but
ADHD.
I don't know what I'm doing. No, I can take notes, but there's too many. Fuck off, dude. That right there, that poster, there's over 100 people. Now, if you put all of them, you know what? That's like someone saying in the Avengers, well, it's a really good movie, but there's just way too many main characters. Like, I don't know, maybe you should take out the Hulk, take out Iron Man, take out Thor. If you take out Loki, then maybe you'd have a good movie on your hands. What the fuck are you talking about? Too many main characters.
That's like too many people in the Rumble.
For real. Oh, my God.
People are dumb.
People are ridiculous.
Well, just because you're a critic doesn't mean you're actually good at what you do.
Tell me about it. That movie's so good. I usually have a rule where I don't see movies twice, and I've never seen a movie twice in theaters.
I've seen Kick-Ass 3 times. I saw it twice in theaters.
And
And I watched it on my own.
My jaw just dropped.
I love Kick-Ass. It was a great movie.
I'm willing to... The first movie I will ever see twice in theaters will be Amazing Spider-Man 2. Will you go with me to see it?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
We'll go see it.
We'll wait for it to go 350 and go see a Whack-Ass Wednesday.
That's right. Cinema Cafe.
Yep. All right, so we're almost halfway through this, piece of garbage.
Have you loaded up the shovel fight?
I stopped loading it.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, somebody texted me and I got distracted.
All right, well, don't even worry about it. I'm sure everyone out there has seen it, and if you haven't seen it by now, YouTube shovel fight. It's 8 minutes long, but it swept the nation by storm last week, or a couple weeks ago. And it's a fight between these two country bumpkin-ass white girls, and they're like ghetto, just trashy girls. And they're like, I don't know, they're probably like middle school, and their friend's recording it, and the only thing he can talk about the entire time is how he's going to get the fucking video on World Star Hip Hop, how they have videos of this ratchet-ass fights, and yes, I said ratchet-ass, because that's what they are. And I hate that word, but that is the perfect word.
Yeah.
Fights and people just being stupid. So he was talking about how he wants to get this on World Star, and god damn it, he did it. The gods were shining on him today, like the ratchet ass gods wanted him to
The
succeed.
gods of victory shone down upon him.
the gods of ghetto, they were there in abundance. So this fight, there's a shovel right there, but there was
Tyrone god of
Tyrone Biggums. There was this fight, and at the end of the fight, basically these two girls, they go look at chickens in coops. And they're discussing how they're going to fight later and how this is the most awkward fight ever. We're looking at chickens in coops. So then they walk to a fighting place and they put their dukes up like old fucking Irish men where they go, oh, they put their hands up and they just start going, oh, I'm going to get you, fella. And they just start slapping each other. Don't pull my hair. Don't pull my hair, bitch. You kick me in my stomach. You kick me in my stomach. At one point, one of the girls goes, the one girl who's getting her ass royally fucking handed to her goes, you gonna stop hitting me in my face? She's getting hit in the face. She's not protecting herself at all. And the other girl goes,
put up your gloves!
The other girl goes, what do you expect? This is a fight, bitch. Or something like that. This is epic. So then they keep just treating her like shit. It's basically like 5-on-1, even though only one of them is hitting her, but they're all bullying up on her. And I can't justify what she does next. But at the end of the fight, she was like, y'all gonna get off my property. And the one girl's like, I ain't leaving unless you tell me you gonna call the cops. I'm gonna call the cops then. I'm gonna go get a gun. So she's like gonna run inside and she's like, oh my god, she's got a gun. And she's like, it's a BB gun. And she's like, go get it then. So she runs inside to go get this BB gun. And the other girl comes running after her like, no, you ain't gonna go inside and get no gun. So, like, they start fighting again at the front door, and this girl picks up a shovel, and then she picks up the shovel, and then the other girl's like, oh, no, and she starts running away, and the girl throws a shovel, and all you hear is, and the shovel just hits off of her head, and she goes, ah! And she hits the ground, and they're like, oh, you got a weapon. You can't use a weapon. The girl's, like, fucking dead. She's laying on the ground crying, and she goes, I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything. Fucking people think she's dead. The other girl runs her off. She's like, "Y'all better get off my property." Chases them off. The other girl falls down in some field somewhere. Has to be carried away. And as it's about to fade away into ghetto-fied glory, fade to black, she says, "But I beat that bitch's ass, though." What the fuck?
That I guess that is that's the saving grace of that then, right?
Oh yeah, she beat
At
that
least I
bitch's
beat
ass.
that bitch's ass.
I mean, she couldn't hear anything, and she went to the hospital, but she beat
but
that
she
bitch's
beat that
ass.
bitch's ass. What kind of situations is it okay to say that, like, we lost the Super Bowl, but I beat that bitch's ass? Come on.
What did that dude say? Was it Sean Merriam or something?
I don't know. I don't
Oh
know
my
who
god,
that
I
is.
can't remember. But that guy was awesome when he gave that speech at the Super Bowl. But they actually WWE signed him.
For what?
I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I have no idea.
Did you see the promo for Mother's Day when he was saying "my mama"? Over and
No,
over?
Mr. T, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, yes.
The song and everything.
Dude.
I just thought about it because we're speaking on WWE again.
Yeah, it's the day after Mother's Day right now,
Yeah.
and that was a fun time. But
I
yeah,
got my mom a cheesecake for Mother's Day.
from where?
Food Lion.
Was it good?
I don't know. I didn't eat it.
Oh,
It was
you
for
didn't?
her.
That's good. 'Cause I would have ate the fuck out of that.
I didn't. We had burgers yesterday on the grill.
We had everything. We had ham, hot dogs, burgers, ribs. I ate like a glutton. But thankfully we ran today.
Yeah, we ran today. You got a good run in.
So did you.
I did not.
I'm happy with.
I had to
what
stop
you
running
did.
because I had to shit.
Sometimes you just gotta
Every
shit.
time I run, I have to shit.
But every time we go to Virginia Beach and we run the trails there, for some reason
I
you have to
throw up
You throw up.
because it's the motion of the stairs.
We do run uphill.
And
now.
I also eat before we go. That's the other reason why.
It was so
Probably stop doing that.
Well, it was so ironic that you threw up in the same exact spot 2 times in a row, and it was probably like 4 months apart or something.
It'll be the rubber match next time we go.
Which should be this month. We should
be
go this month.
We should.
But
What will we is the question.
I think we should. But back to the shovel though. You can't just pull a weapon on a bitch in a fight. Have you ever been in a real fight?
No.
I
I mean, kind of, but not like legitimate.
I think a fly just flew into my throat. No, tell me about your.
Some dude hit me on the neck, so I hit him in the face, and then he cried and walked away.
That is a fight.
Okay, well then, yeah, I was in a fight.
Then you win.
Okay, well,
you
there
won.
you go.
The only fights I've
Oh, another time, a guy was I forgot what he said. He said some shit, and then he pushed me, so I jacked him up against the locker, and then he started crying, and the teacher came over and asked, "What's wrong?" And then the guy looked at me, and he pointed, and he was crying, and he said, "Oh, he made my blood pressure go up. He's trying to fight me."
What fucking? How would he even know? What does he have, a heart rate monitor on?
He was like 350 pounds or something.
That- his-
in middle school.
His blood pressure was up before you touched him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gave me a bypass.
So I had to. I got suspended for 2 days.
Are you
for,
serious?
For aggressly shoving.
You got suspended in middle school?
Yeah,
I didn't know
I got
that.
suspended like twice in middle school.
I was suspended in middle school for a week. How do you explain that to your parents? I got suspended all the time, and I was expelled from the 3rd grade. But that's
Jesus.
Yeah, from the 3rd grade. Like, what kind of a little shit do you have to be? I was just picking on people relentlessly. Who, me? Picking on people?
No.
I would never. Like, that's why it says #heel on my wristband.
Well, I mean, we've gotten awful as we gotten older, but we've also gotten better at the same
Oh,
time.
I'm a much better person. Once I hit freshman year, I realized that how big of an asshole I was being to people. I was a complete cunt, and I changed my ways, and I'm happier that I realized it. But the damage was already done. I feel really bad. But in middle school, though, I did get into some real fights. And I am a huge wrestling fan. Go figure, right? And there was one fight where I put a kid in the crippler crossface, for real, and he actually started crying. Yeah.
the crippler cry
The
face.
crippler cry face. There's another fight. In 2 different occasions, I used a rock bottom as a wrestling as
your
fight.
finisher for the fight.
It worked too because like it was like the old N64 rock bottom where you hook them by the shoulder and then you look around. So I hooked him and then it was a fight, so people were watching and I looked around. And then it was almost like he worked with me in this for real, even though like he knew it was coming. It was almost like, oh, you're gonna beat my ass. Okay, let's jump on 3. And then and then I rock bottomed him. And then when he hit the ground, he was bigger than me, and I was like probably about 160 in middle school. So he hit pretty hard. Not 160, 260 in middle school.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
those figures seem
Those don't add up. That does not compute.
does not compute. Beep 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 beep.
This dude was probably about 280. And when his fucking 280 ass hit the ground, he was staying
Game
down.
over.
Game over. Later on that day, he actually he was crying and then he tried to kill himself, but I mean, you quote unquote, he tried to kill himself. Let me explain what he did. He walked out into the street and he laid down on the ground, and he was waiting for a car to back up over him when everybody who had a brain knew this car was going to go forward. He thought the car, for whatever reason, was going to back up about 200
He's
feet.
not even good at killing
I mean,
himself.
how do you fail killing yourself? But he did. He laid down the street and thought the car was going to back over him and murder him. But
Slaughter
it
him.
just drove away.
Just like his life.
Well, yeah. Apparently his dad killed himself with a shotgun. So anyways,
So it runs in the family then.
well, I'm not even going to touch this subject anymore. But what I will say is, it is a little fucked up to throw a shovel at a girl. But I will say this, though. My best friend, who actually I stayed at his house in New Jersey, for whatever reason, when I was back in my bullying, out of my mind days, just treating people horribly, we had just took a whole bunch of big rocks, like big stones, and we lived in an apartment complex. There's like 6 of us, and we were throwing them at the mailbox because we thought it was cool. It was one of those multi-family mailboxes where it had like 15 mailboxes in it, and we lit up the mailbox, and it was all fucked up, and it was all scraped up and messed up. And one of the other tenants was coming after us to try and stop us and, you know, tell on us or whatever. So we all ran into my apartment, and we were hiding from the guy, but he was buzzing the bell, and he's trying to get us, knocking on the door, bang, bang, bang. And I was like, okay, plan B, we need to get the fuck out of here. So we were all going to jump out my back window. And I didn't think about, there's no way I could have closed it, it was just going to stay open. So everyone jumps out the window, and this was like 7th grade, and even I was a little plump back then. But my other
Oh no!
even I,
no
you know,
kidding.
I was a little
yeah,
plump back
okay.
then.
Festively or just
Oh, I was fat as shit. But my other friend was a little bit bigger than me, and he was having a hard time. He went out the window before me. Everyone else went out the window first, but then the 2 of us went last. So I was going to go last since it was my apartment, but he went out before me. He was a little bit bigger, and he couldn't squeeze out because he's just a little too plump. And I fucking lost my mind. I grabbed a butcher knife, and I told him legitimately, if you don't get your fat ass through that window, I'm going to cut you up and I'm going to throw you out the window. So, of course, right after that, he right through the window. But, yeah. So here I am saying, well, I wouldn't throw a shovel at a girl, but it's perfectly
But
fine.
I would totally cut a guy up into tiny fat pieces.
It's not even just a guy. Like, I've known you for, like, we know each other for, like, 7 years. I've known him for, like, almost 14 right now. He's my best friend. But I threatened to murder him
slaughter him in cold
and
blood.
cut him into pieces and throw him out of the window. So, needless to say, I probably had a personality disorder back then.
No kidding.
I'm okay now. How do you feel sitting next to me? You feel safe?
I feel safe. I
Good.
always feel safe.
Good.
Well, we already talked about before. If we ever got into a situation where someone's going to try and kill us, we're going to fight to the death.
We would probably fare pretty well.
Yeah, we would.
We would.
We would, because I got that anger thing.
You know what Hacksaw Jim Duggan said on Legends House?
No.
I ain't afraid of nobody with muscles. I ain't scared of muscles. I ain't scared of muscles.
The fact that I was just staring him in the eyes while he's screaming this at me. Hold on.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan on Legends House is amazing.
Oh, we gotta pause it.
Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna continue. My dogs had to come outside, ruining everything.
One of your dogs, I was like thinking to myself, oh, I'm in the clear. They're not gonna know I'm in here. But when I sweat, I smell like a cum dumpster. So like I was holding the door closed, and he must have walked by after he took his piss or did his shit or whatever, and he walked back around, and he must have smelled like fucking just jizz. So he snuck his little nose under the door, and he just fucking lost it. I was like, oh great. And I was just talking about how I ain't scared of no muscles, and I'm like, here I am, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be killed by a dog. And I've almost been killed by a dog on 3 different. Well, if that would have been one of the occasions, it would have been the 3rd time. I was almost eaten by a dog 2 other times. One time, instead of playing in my front yard, and this one lady who I'm sure was super fucking racist in New Jersey had this big fucking white like shepherd, husky, whatever the fuck. And she would walk it up and down, and he was like evil and mean for no reason. And she looked at me, and I swear to God, she did this. She looked at me, and she just let the leash go and let the dog chase me. It chased me around the house like 2 or 3 times, and then I fucking made it inside the back door. I'm pretty sure she was super racist, and everyone used to try and warn me to stay away from her. But she lived up to the rumors and the stereotype about her. So that was one time. Another time I was playing in a baseball field, and I was playing catch with myself or whatever, and then like in the distance, I saw this fucking thing just charging at me. I didn't know what it was, and it got closer and closer. It started barking. I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was a little kid still, and I was probably like 7, and I had to fucking navigate my way over this fence. And just in time, I tossed the ball over, and I jumped over the fence. I climbed my fucking little legs over just as he got to the fence.
So you escaped the cage just as Signal was about to grab your leg.
Just in time. Just in time.
Well, I only have good dog stories, so I mean, I don't.
I want a Labradoodle.
I know you want a Labradoodle. My fiance's dog eats rocks.
Oh, God.
He has no teeth left because he doesn't. The other dog is old and he smells like an old man. The dog that she currently lives with her roommate, he is a giant. He's old, but he acts like he's 2.
Dude, that's the dog that's adorable and playful.
Yes.
That dog's cute, though. I like dogs like that.
Yeah, but his balls are always just like.
Yeah, I can live with
Just-
balls
yeah.
just being out everywhere.
Okay, yeah.
But I want a Labradoodle, and I'm going to name him Snicker.
You know what I don't like? I don't like cats. I
love
fucking
cats.
hate cats.
Some cats are assholes, but
All cats are assholes.
most cats are assholes.
All cats.
But some of them are pretty cute. But you're predisposed to hating them because you're allergic.
That doesn't mean anything.
I think it does because you.
I don't think so.
I think every time you see a cat, subconsciously you're programmed to hate him because you know he's going to make
I'm
you sick.
allergic to pomegranate, but I would still say, hey, it's delicious because it is.
Well,
Did I ever tell you that? I can't eat pomegranate because if I don't, it makes me have a heart attack.
it's a weird thing.
I know.
But
also just because I was so fat at the time.
pomegranate,
Yeah,
it's weird.
I know.
When I was younger, I didn't like cats either. But I grew to like cats because they're so playful.
Because you have to.
Because I had to, yes.
Yeah.
Because when I was living with my girl's family, there's just cats everywhere. At the time, there was only 2 cats, but now there's like 7 cats. And the one
19 cats in
there's
the house.
one cat's a complete whore, and she just had kids with like probably a whole bunch of different other cats because none of the cats looked the same. And she would go in heat, and she would meow, and she'd rub her ass everywhere, and she's sticking her ass up in the air in the house, and she's just a complete slut. She always wanted to get fucked. And then one day, no one knows this. Well, this is gonna get out now. But I said it was an accident, and I hated this fucking cat because by this time I had stepped right in this cat's shit with my fucking night
feet.
pants, with my bare feet, ruined my favorite wool fucking pants in the dead of winter, and I had cat shit on my feet, and she would piss in the shower, and I hated her, and she would fucking moan, keep me up at night, she'd be in the basement like some fucking slut in heat. I fucking let this cat out, and she got pregnant, and I'm the reason she got pregnant. It was me, cat!
It was me all along!
Oh, son of a bitch! I got
Oh, son of a bitch!
I got this cat pregnant, and she came back, and she gave birth to about 7 fucking babies.
God damn.
And it's my fault, but you know what? It was gonna happen either way. You can't.
Just because it was a vegetable commonality, you think it's okay.
It was gonna happen. You can't. The cat was homeless. It was a homeless cat that they took in.
Hobo cat?
Yes, it was a hobo cat. They nicknamed her Mocha. They call her Mocha. I called her Mange because she was filthy and disgusting.
Mange the cat.
Mange the cat because she came from some house across the street with hoarders who had couches on their fucking front porch, and they had toys all over it. They had the garbage all over the
Just
front
strewn
yard.
everywhere.
But the cat would live there during the day, and then at night it would come to our house because we would feed it. What the fuck? Mange the fucking cat. That cat was gross. It would sleep in the driveway. So when I had to get up to go to work at 8 in the morning, I couldn't because it was in the driveway and didn't get like fucking context cues. Like when you hear the horn, you would move. It would look at you
It would
like,
just look at you and be like, fuck you, I'm not moving.
and then it would lay back down. Fuck Mange the cat. She's old and fat now. She's old in cat years, but she's still a slut. And
G-MILF.
well, now you know what's happening to Mange now? Her son is in heat, and you know what he does? He tries to rape his mom and the sisters.
God.
So that's what's going on now.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a Oedipus complex going on there.
To a whole nother level.
Oh, boy. Well, we're almost 3/4 of the way done. That's disturbing.
We've talked about everything and nothing.
We really have. That's the charm of the show. You
That's
said
the
this
nature.
before.
I'm just excited that once we get back on the bandwagon of rolling like we are right now and recording every week,
It's also easier the way we're doing it now.
it's gonna be because now you can just save
It's
this.
really cool. We can just
You can just export
I
it
can
from
literally I can just literally upload it from here.
That's excellent, and then that's great. We have a whole new array of technology to help us on our path now, and it's tremendous.
Sure.
Rob made us a new logo, and that looks good. I like that.
I think it's great.
I like it.
It's outstanding.
We should make shirts.
Let's not.
No, just for me and you.
Let's not make sure.
We should just for
I'm not
ourselves.
gonna make. Well, I want a medium because it would be
Something
hilarious.
No, You can strive towards. You'll be in a medium. I can fit medium.
How about a small?
I can wear small.
I'm gonna wear a child's XL.
That I can't do. I bought a shirt off of eBay recently, and it was the supposed to be the "You Can't See Me" 8-bit shirt from 2007, the John Cena shirt. And I emailed the guy, and on his listing, he said it was a men's medium. And then on the tag, it says, I think it even said medium on the tag. And then he said it had some stains or whatever. I was like, it doesn't matter. It looks fine. And the picture looked a little small, so I emailed him. I said, "You sure it's a men's medium?" Because the description says it's a small. He's like, "No, it's a men's medium." For whatever reason, it said small in the description. So I was like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, it's small.
I bought it. It was worse than that. I bought it, and then I got it, and I opened up the package. I was so excited because I left the package to be opened after I ran some more errands, because nothing's better than getting your FedEx package from eBay in the mail. And you just like tearing into it, and you start opening it up, and you rip into it, and then you get it going.
FedEx?
Yeah.
FedEx?
That's who brought it.
I use USPS or UPS.
Well, you know, it's
I refuse to use FedEx.
seller default. You gotta go with what this is.
Fuck the seller default. I don't buy from them if they have FedEx.
Air China?
Air China is better than FedEx.
So I opened it up.
What was it? National Express is better than FedEx.
Was it
Planet Express.
Yeah, them. So I open it up and I go to put it on and I go, "What is this fucking shit? I can't put this on." It probably was an extra small in men's, maybe. So I just gave it to my fiance and now she wears it.
An extra small?
Maybe.
God.
It was either a youth large
Oh God.
or a youth medium. She can fit it, but I could not.
Well, that's something, I guess. I don't know.
It was something out of my ass. It was some bullshit. I wanted to fucking wear that shirt. I've been looking forward to wearing that shirt for 7 years. And I even asked the guy, and he said, "Yeah, you're good to go." It was a waste of I think I spent like $18 on it.
Fuck that.
I was gonna resell it because it's so rare. It's such a rare shirt. Like for real, people buy it for like $40 to $50. But I wanted to keep it at least in my heart. So now
Buying a fucking wrestling shirt for $50.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
and it's a John Cena shirt, and all of his shirts are mass produced. So yeah.
Exactly. Like how? Why?
I don't know. It's such a cool design. I bought it and I was ripped off, but now she wears it, so at least I get some peace.
I also got frozen yogurt last week. Remember that?
Where'd you go?
And Yogurt Vi.
I love yogurt vibe.
It tastes like shit.
That's why I love it. Because it's like it's froyo, but it's not really like
It tastes like fucking sherbet.
it's get this right. There's levels to this shit because we have Love in a Cup, which is at the bottom fucking level.
Love in a Cup is better than Yogurt
Love
Vi.
in a Cup is shit.
Better than Yogurt
It's
Vi.
so bad. So like, all right, if you have
Well, we have different. Well, I guess this will be our list today.
but there's the levels. On my levels, yogurt or Love in a Cup is at the bottom of the fucking barrel. And you go there if there's no other option, of no other way to get to any other yogurt place, that's where you go, is Love in a Cup. So if you want good yogurt and you don't feel like going out of your way, because for where we are, anywhere else we going out of the way, Yogurt Vi is fine. Yogurt Vi is good. It tastes like whatever. You know what you're to get. You know what to expect when you get there. They have caramel corn flavor, and that alone is
They didn't
good.
have it there this time.
What the bitch?
Exactly.
This shit's good.
They had the one that I got was red velvet cake. That's my favorite.
Did they only have the giant bowl cups when you went last time?
No,
Dude, we went there.
they had the small cups.
Oh, we went there 2 weeks ago, and they had nothing but the giant ones.
Jesus.
I went there, and guess how much mine cost?
$7.
$10.
Jesus. God no.
Because they only had the large. And
So you had to fill it up.
my brain's like, well, it's there for a reason. So yeah. that's-
Okay.
Dude, it's actually a smart thing. It's a
Go
smart
ahead and move up your
concept.
list.
No, but I was saying if we had a yogurt place, only put out like the extra large, because like the fat people like me are gonna go, wow, I mean,
Well,
you might as
it's-
well.
It is a great idea, actually.
Yeah, you know.
Jeez.
But yeah, $10 it costs.
They
So,
baited your ass.
but if you really want, don't get me wrong here. If it was a small cup, it would have been overflowing with yogurt. You know that. I don't eat healthy stuff when I go there. I pile on everything. Fucking cheesecake bites and brownie bites and sprinkles and fudge and caramel syrup and all that stuff. But if I want to get premium top grade yogurt, if I want to get the best yogurt in the area, I take my fucking willy-nilly ass to Sweet Frog, because Sweet Frog has got the best tasting yogurt and the best flavors. I'm considering going there today.
Fuck you. I want Sweet Frog.
I have a Sweet Frog gift card that is in my pocket right now for my birthday in November. It is now May. I still have not used it.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May. Everybody, Sweet Frog, rock your body. So yeah, Sweet Frog, it needs to happen. I still have my birthday gift card. The funny thing is, I could have used the gift card 4 times by now,
But you didn't.
but I haven't because there's been times where
You gotta wait to cash in your money in the frog.
No, people have asked me, like, my mom's like, can you bring me something back? I'm not going to use my gift card on my mom. That's not going to happen. I want the gift card to be used for me only. I want it to be used.
You're greedy.
I'm fucking so greedy.
You're greedy.
So greedy. You don't even
Dude,
know.
you have 4 lands and you don't verdict. That's how greedy you are.
I got a house full of doors. That makes only sense to me because I understand so little of what a door in Magic is. But I just think it's the coolest card you can have. I don't even know what you do with it.
All right, well, let me go ahead and I'll give you my list because I think our friend here has eschewed an establishment. At the very bottom is Yogurt Vi because it tastes like shit. It tastes like sherbet. It's not even frozen yogurt. Then you have Love in a Cup because it actually is yogurt. Then you have Sweet Frog, and above Sweet Frog at the toppest tier is Yogurt City.
Oh God! I forgot Yogurt
Yeah, you
City.
forgot.
Oh my God! Yogurt City and Virginia Beach is the most amazing yogurt you can
Yeah,
find. And not the yogurt in Newport News.
While he's choking on himself.
That's so gross. Not the Yogurt City in Newport News because what they did was they tried to be a fake version of their own fucking store. The Yogurt City, Virginia Beach, you actually feel like you're in New York City. It's futuristic. Everything looks cool. They have TVs, and you can watch Jessica from what is it, Disney Network?
Yeah, Jesse.
Jessie.
Yeah.
I call her Jessica because we're tight like that.
Okay.
And I'm sure she's tight like that when you're 12 years
I'm-
old. Oh, another thing is, Yogurt City is cool and the fucking taste. It's premium yogurt. It's really good.
It's very like postmodern with their decorations.
So that's So at the very top,
Yeah,
Yogurt City.
No, it's too late. You already made your list. You finalized it. You put your
Ah,
stamp on it.
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Mulligan.
Okay, you can mulligan.
Thank you. You know, I played 2 weeks ago for like 5 hours.
What?
Mario Golf
I'm sorry.
on N64.
I know you. I saw your updates on. I don't talk to people on Facebook.
I know you don't. You fucking you're a fucking lurker. You know what I can't stand? If it's one thing I can't stand, it's people who lurk on your page, and not you, but just in general. It's people who lurk on your fucking Facebook page, and then you be like, oh yeah, I posted a picture about that the other day, and they don't like it, and they don't comment, and then they go to your face. Yeah, I saw it. You posted it. I saw that. If you fucking saw it, even if you don't like it, comment on it. If you are going to bring it up in passing when you see me in person, hey, I saw that you went to the place the other day, comment or like on it. I'm not a social network and Nazi or anything.
You are. You sound
Today
like
I
one.
am.
No, you do sound.
Halt, comment!
Und Skylerman Henster find Facebook. Pneumonia. Boo.
But, I don't know. I just can't stand that. And don't get me wrong, I Facebook stalk, and which brings me to my next story of Facebook stalking. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so
I mean, we need to regale the people with stuff, anyways.
this really happened. I have pictures on my phone. I'll show you why I'm telling
Because
the story.
you're in rare form and I am in rare form of being shit. Today.
I'm fucking ready to go. I'm amped up. I could keep running right now. So over the weekend, and it's been happening.
Let's
for,
go run again then.
No, I lied. Over over the weekend, over the years, I've been trying to find a picture of this girl to see what she looks like. I like many of you, I Facebook stalk, and I take it to weird levels because, like in first grade, my first girlfriend I ever had was in first grade, and it's funny because it's a recurring theme in my life because my fiance is Italian, and I never thought about this until like years ago. But I was like, hey, the first girlfriend I ever had or girl I ever liked was Italian. Her name, I don't want to reveal her name because it's so Italian.
What does it rhyme with?
It,
Gonamini.
it's more Italian than that, if possible.
Oh,
that
goddamn.
name's like, no, I'm joking. But her name's very Italian. So like, I looked her up, and she lived in New Jersey. Like when I was a kid, I met her. We lived in New Jersey. Blah blah blah. Whatever though. But recently, I was like, I wonder what she looks like now, because you just get curious and you want to know if she's hot or if she's fat or if she's dead or what, or she has 8
she's
legs
gay.
or she's gay or she's pregnant or whatever. So I looked her up, and there's 3 people with that name in the United States, and one still lives in New Jersey, and one lives in Maryland, and one lives somewhere else. So I dug a little bit. I was taking a shit, and I needed something to do. So I was digging a little bit, and
Well, I have to dig a little bit sometimes when I have to take a shit.
I dig all the time. So I was on my phone, and I was looking her up or whatever. It was like I stayed up all night. It was Saturday after we watched Spider-Man. I stayed up for like 12 hours. I didn't go to sleep till 8 in the morning. And at this point, it's probably like 5 in the morning. I was taking a fucking dump, and I was looking up my girlfriend from the first grade. That's how my weekend went. So that's the depths of my depravity that I sink to on a weekend. But it was fun, and I do it every weekend proudly. So while I was looking her up, I had Googled her name, and I found 3 people with that name in the United States, but I only found a couple pictures. And some pictures, it's clearly not her, because I remember what she looked like. She had freckles, she had a lighter color eye, and I kept searching, and I dug up one. It said on NewJersey.com there was like a police report. Yeah, my heart sank when I was like, oh great, my fucking first grade girlfriend's like a wanted felon now or something. So I read the thing, and it's like she was wanted on heroin charges, and she has a warrant out for her
Trying to
arrest.
drink.
And I'm like, wow, I really know how to pick them, right? So then I looked at the picture, and I was like, this can't be her. I remember her having freckles and blue eyes, unless her eyes change color. But I
They
remember
do.
I remember her having lighter colored hair and brown like highlights and shit. So like I looked it up, and this was the first picture of the girl she looks like the Pink Ranger. So like this was the girl. Yeah, so she looks rough a little bit, right?
Yeah, she's you looking rough.
She looks rough, and I did not want to go out like that. So I kept digging. I was like, my first girlfriend cannot be a felon. She can't be a heroin addict. Not that there's anything wrong with people who are heroin addicts. Whatever, you do what you gotta do. I'm addicted to food. I can't control myself. If you like to shoot up drugs, whatever you like to do, I don't give a fuck. But I wasn't going out like that. So I kept digging, and then I came across another website where it had a picture of her and the name, and I was like, that's her. That's my first grade girlfriend. So without further ado, I bring to only Sloth, who can see this picture, and my girlfriend over the weekend, who I showed, who was not amused with what I had found and the pictures I showed her of said first grade. I bring to you my first girlfriend ever, who was Italian, and who now looks like this.
Is that
That's
why
Renee
she
Young
gay?
pissing. But, huh? She's alright.
She's alright. Her teeth are really white.
I know, right? Which,
Yeah, like
so-
she's looking kind of old.
she does look old. She looks older than me. And I can't really confirm that that's her, but I am
What do her
90
tits look like?
I don't know what her tits look like. I'm sure they're better looking than mine and more well formed. But I am 98% sure that that is her. And to offset everything else that I mentioned here is a picture of my beautiful fiance posing in said John Cena shirt that is way too small for me. As you can see, the muscle definition that she has is amazing. She's toned. She's fit. She's a warrior. But
It was her all along.
it was her all along. Son of a bitch.
Aw, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. So I'm a hypocrite as usual, and yes, I fucking stalk people's Facebooks. And
Feeples.
I will be the first person to go on someone's Facebook just to see pictures of them and see what they're doing and not fucking like or comment on it ever. And then I'll be like, yeah, I saw that you did that on your Facebook.
Well, that actually brings me to a story. A guy that I used to go to school with. You might
Scuba Steve.
Joey Howard.
Oh my god.
Jay Weezy. He
Yeah.
works at Joe's now.
He works.
He works at Joe's. Yeah. He got hired. He's a I don't want to say what he does, but he works there now. And
He was actually a cool dude.
yeah, he was, but he liked Rob Van Dam, so I never liked him.
I mean,
Anyways, he was in the hospital
really?
because he had to get his appendix removed.
Recently?
I don't know, a while ago on Facebook, but the first time, I don't know, we talked about some bullshit. I was like, "What'd you go to the hospital for?" Because I troll Facebook, but I don't like talk to people.
Right.
He's just like, yeah, it was simple shit. But that's an example of I lurk in the shadows of Facebook.
He still. I went on my MySpace recently because I've upgraded to the new MySpace so I could look at my pictures
What?
and shit. Yeah.
There's a new MySpace.
Well, they ruined it. It's really bad. But I actually saw.
Well, this is like the third time.
huh?
This is the third time.
Yeah, I think Justin Timberlake bought it or he's affiliated with it or something.
Okay, sure, whatever.
It's really bad now. But I actually saw a picture of him recently and it reminded me of him. He actually, I believe, dated the girl who I had fallen madly in love with. So, but he was always cool with me.
Yeah.
I always liked him.
We actually have the same birthday.
Get out, really?
Yeah, we have the same birthday.
Well, that's cool.
Another one of my friends also had the exact same birthday. Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
weird.
You know who has the same birthday as me? Emma Stone. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man 2 Ultimate Amazing Super Duper Spider-Man.
Really?
Super Duper Spider-Man 2 is coming out soon.
Super duper Spider. Ultimo Spider-Man.
Oh, Ultimo! Yeah, no, Emma Stone has the same birthday as me.
Well, you got 60 seconds. What do you want to close with?
I just want to close by saying
We're sorry you had to listen to this.
sorry that we haven't been doing more shows more proactively and often, but that's all going to change
We have this now.
because we have a
It's
new way
so
of
much
recording.
easier.
We're remotivated. I have bracelets that will motivate me on the daily. This motherfucker's losing weight like it's going out of style, and he's keeping me on track. And now we're gonna take our vitamins, we're gonna say our prayers, and we're gonna do it big, brother. So let me tell you something, dudes. What you gonna do, brothers, when we record new episodes every week, dude? When we have a live streaming podcast on the new radio network set up by Rob, brother. When we're taking our protein shakes, when we're eating our vitamins, we're saying our prayers, and we're pumping out podcasts like it's going out of fucking style. So what are you gonna do? Tell them, Sloth.
I guess it would be pretty cool if we did do like a live stream show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But
Well, it's already happening. He has.
I mean,
all
like
the
a live
episodes.
stream, like us doing it live would be.
Could you imagine?
Yes,
That's what we should work towards for the season finale.
Well, you got 2 seconds, so
Season finale, live streaming.
okay,
Let's do it.
okay. Let's do. We could do it on my ass.
Later days.